there, and welcome to Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. This Tuesday, the 4th day of February 2025. We're coming Hello there, and welcome. We are sorry for that technical glitch, but here we are, and let's get started with our lunchtime news bulletin this Tuesday, the 4th day of February 2025. I am Rukidi Edward Kijinangoma, and we are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcasting House here on Nile Avenue. Now, in the build-up to this year's Tarehe Sita celebrations, Uganda People's Defence Forces, the UPDF's 5th Division Command, have engaged in various community service activities in Lira City. Ed Olua reports.
The Uganda People's Defence Forces under the 5th Division Command rolled up their sleeves to give back to the community in Lira City. Ahead of Tarehe Sita Day, the army embarked on cleaning major public spaces, including the central market and the bus park. Joined by the Uganda Police Force with the brooms, rakes and garbage bags in their hands, the soldiers were seen actively engaging in cleaning activities, removing heaps of waste and ensuring a healthier environment for the residents.
Thank the people of Lira, in general, all the people of Lango sub-region for cooperating with us this day. This day is the Army Week. That is, the Army Week means paying back to our people, to the civilians. Because UPDF, it is a people's army.
Most of our time, wanotero kan whereby kana me dunga chawa wanoteri yeni, like cooperative yeni, miro sanitation miro birabe. The tini ni mi wanopo department me UPDF attack to make in a biro timo miro konyo wa yobokan. Yugi ni adu yini no upong kana take woki. Upong kan feda otero kana laj. Tien ko bumi yugi ni upong wa gura take. Like cooperative ni waya ya yini ndo ya walo ni rain. Ubino ya teto tora ko. No ya teto tora ko ni. We ko do ka ya mo ko yugi mo te kucha. Woro do nya wa gurcha.
As part of their outreach, the Army's medical personnel will also provide free health services, including checkups, treatment and circumcision.
Some minor wound surgeries we can handle in different parts of our area here in 5th Division.
The 5th Division Public Information Office lauded the strong bond between the Army and civilians.
Nowadays, if someone see someone like me in the uniform, someone doesn't get scared. The civilians and the Army, we are together, we are working as brothers and sisters.
Tarehe Sita, which translates to the 6th of February, marks the day in 1981 when the National Resistance Army NRA, led by President Yoweri Museveni, launched an armed struggle that eventually led to the liberation of Uganda. Each year, the UPDF commemorates this historical day by engaging in community services across the country. This year, the official celebration will be held in Greater Masaka. Edi Olua, UBC News.
On Thursday, 6th February 2025, Greater Masaka region will host the 44th Tarehe Sita anniversary celebrations. Tarehe Sita commemorates the launch of the National Resistance Army's liberation struggle on 6th February 1981. The annual event is organized by the government and the Uganda People's Defence Forces UPDF. It aims to honor the spirit of community partnership and Pan-African solidarity. The anniversary will be celebrated under the theme Celebrating Pan-African Solidarity and the People's Sacrifice in Struggle for Freedom and Democracy for Socio-Economic Transformation. Join us on UBC TV Thursday 6th February as we relay the celebrations in real time.
Tarehe Sita, of course, UBC will be live at the venue where we shall be broadcasting to you live. Moving on now, the commander of the UPDF Motorized Infantry, Brigadier General Charles Byanyima, has commended the strong working relationship between the UPDF and the people of Greater Luweero. Now, he made the remarks after leading over 2,000 officers and men in a cleaning exercise in Kasana Luweero town.
The commander of the UPDF Motorized Infantry, Brigadier General Charles Byanyima, has emphasized that the Tarehe Sita week provides the UPDF with an opportunity to give back to the community. This is in recognition of the long-standing cooperation between the army and civilians, which has lasted for decades.
We have to look at our history. Our history. If you don't know the history of your country, you can't understand the current situation of today. And if you can't know that situation of today, that means that your future is completely useless. Because you are nowhere, you can't understand anything. So we go back to our roots. That is wananchi, the way how we can continue working with them. Because even us, the uniform, the salary, the whatever, it is being paid by our fathers or brothers who are not in need.
As senior medical officer at Luweero General Hospital, Dr. Stefan Magera appreciated the UPDF for supporting the hospital with essential medical supplies, including mama kits, as well as organizing a blood donation drive.
We are happy that we are having this drive, blood donation drive at Luweero Hospital. It's been a long time coming. Luweero General Hospital is a very busy facility where we require a lot of blood transfusion. We have a very busy sickle cell clinic where we can have around 20 patients per week needing blood, which is not often found, and we have to actually go to Nakasero to get blood. So,
Luweero District LC5 Chairman Erastus Chivirango urged residents to take inspiration from the UPDF and maintain cleanliness in their workplaces to the best of their ability, while awaiting further interventions from the town council authorities.
We do appreciate the spirit, of course. This one brings back our officers down to the people, and the people, of course, also realize that we can work together with UPDF.
Resident District Commissioner Richard Wabye expressed gratitude to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the UPDF for fostering a people-centered army.
It's a clear manifestation that UPDF is a people-centered army. So I want to appreciate the President for building an army that is people-centered.
Market vendors also praised the UPDF for their disciplined approach and commitment to the cleaning exercise. The cleaning exercise, which began at Luweero Central Police Station, covered key public areas in Kasana Luweero Town, including Luweero Town Main Market, Kasana Town Main Market, Luweero General Hospital, Balichewunya Roadside Market, along Kampala Gulu Highway.
Helen Jizamba reporting there. Now, government-aided primary and secondary school head teachers in Kagadi, Kibale and Kakumiro districts are demanding support over huge student enrollment. In an exclusive interview with our reporter in Kagadi, the head teacher of Kagadi Secondary School, Ramadan Nyondo Warongo, asserted that there is a huge enrollment of over 3,500 students, and yet the school has few facilities. Take a watch.
With homozygous recessive organism. So as to determine the unknown genotype.
Them about children without paying anything, they're saying they will pay later. So meaning parents are not having money to buy requirements.
Our students have reported, whereas others also coming to report. Classes are going.
Most parents deal with the agricultural produce and the prices are not yet up, so that is the biggest challenge. However, we can't get tired to appeal to the government to also look into it and consider private schools when it comes to financing.
I can comment on delay on release of stationery from the central government under the new curriculum. I've also experienced the challenge in submission of continuous assessment results for Senior 3.
We need science labs. We also need more computers.
Still with matters pertaining to schools and students reporting for this term. Over 70% of students reported for first term in schools around Kampala and Wakiso districts. UBC toured a number of schools such as Chitante Hill School, Kololo High School, Chitante Primary School, Chibedi. Parents around the country to return, Chibedi Primary School, Matuga, among other schools where parents have been encouraged to return all students back to school so that they don't miss out on anything. We have more in this story.
Schools around Kampala and Wakiso have confirmed that school fees and requirements were not increased in order to enable all children to return back to school, including the less privileged.
And I would like to say that 70% of the children have reported. And I would state that 2025, the interest would be, did we increase fees? We have not increased the fees, basing on the reality that last year we saw how children were struggling with the increased with fees issue. So we have not increased the fees for 2025. And the third issue that we would really say is that as Chitante Hill School, we do not request students to carry items like brooms or toilet paper or any other items that children normally need when they are reporting to school. When we levy our school fees, most times we include a fee to cover those basic items that children need.
On the new curriculum, secondary schools have picked up and comfortable and ready for Senior 5 new curriculum.
Finally, the Senior 4s were able to sit the new curriculum in 2024. From our opinion and our experience at Chitante Hill School, the new curriculum has taken root. The children appreciated it, the children understood it, and the teachers were also on board. Why were the teachers on board? Simple. The ministry took off time to train.
We are confident, and we are still confident with the new curriculum. But of course, changes coming here and there. We are yet to see the fruits of the new curriculum. But on the side of teachers, they are equipped. And we are ready for Senior 5.
Parents are urged to ensure that all learners return to school.
We have started on our lessons all, and I appeal to all the parents who are still keeping children in villages that the school opened officially as per the school calendar of the government.
Our children are back, and we would like to call upon all parents in this country to make sure that their children are returned to their schools. It's also important that the parents pay the requirements that are needed in the school. It is also my duty to advise teachers that as the children report back, please make sure you handle them very well. I can't...
2025. Let's move to Western Uganda now, and particularly to Bushenyi, where schools recorded a moderate turnout of students reporting for the first term of 2025, although they were very optimistic.
Chigoma in Bushenyi district, the school director, Edward Babiha, says they are ready to start the term with everything on stock.
We are very happy that our students are reporting and in good numbers. And we are praying for those who are coming to reach safely. Normally, when we are starting the term, for us, we become ready in terms of receiving students and starting teach.
The Director of Studies, Tumwebaze Willie, thanked the Ministry of Education for providing the school with books, even though the school is private.
I feel like the ministry should come in and the government should come in because we are partners. Solely the educating a child in a country depends on the country itself. The government should be doing this, but we are also helping them. But you find it is not helping. Taxes are high. For example, we have to pay taxes to URA. When you don't pay, you are given sanctions, you know. But I think we are partners with the government, and so at some times government should come in.
At Bishop Ogez Chizinda Bushenyi, students have reported in big numbers, and according to the school head teacher, Kabigumira Deus, it's now at 70%. Kabigumira, however, emphasizes that parents should escort their children to schools to avoid circumstances of indiscipline and tuition mismanagement.
It is very crucial, and under normal circumstances, I would wish that a parent brings his or her child and ensures the child has reached school and has settled in school. Because you never know what happens. Some would prefer to loiter in towns, others may not even reach school. So once a parent has brought his child and ensured that he has arrived in school and he goes back, that is really very good for the safety.
At St. Kagwa boarding primary schools, parents were seen escorting children, and according to Celestine Mubangizi, the school is ready for new term and thanked parents for playing their roles.
We resumed teaching. The teaching learning process are taking place. Teachers are there. Even we started yesterday for thorough preparation. We had the meeting last week. We even had a workshop, continuous professional development workshop for the teachers to prepare for the coming of these peoples. Then regarding capital development, you see we have registered quite a number of achievements. You can see this is the funding by the parents, and this one has been accomplished. It houses 15 classrooms.
Bushenyi district is well known for good performance at all levels of education, and parents are hereby encouraged to keep their children in schools. Story by John Ban Sentamu for UBC.
Let's go east now and to Soroti, where it's not good news coming from there because not so many students are turned up for the first day of first term 2025. Take a watch.
As an institution, we have a policy, and our policy that on the very day of reporting, the students begin going to class, the teaching learning activities commence. So as I talk now, the teachers are fully at school, except the students. But today we have been having, when we total the number of students from S2, S3, S4, and then S6, the total number of students who have reported today are 798 students. Our total enrollment is about 4,000 students.
Please, it's your responsibility to send your child or daughter to school. It's not the head teacher's responsibility. For us, we have started our work and we started teaching today. So the more you delay, the more your son or daughter misses lessons.
Indeed, it's the responsibility of the parent to send your children to school. So please, those who have not yet sent your children to school, I think it's high time you did that. We'll now take a short break, but we'll be returning with much more. Do stay with us.
Ebiseera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu, kano kalipagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripusi. kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi star M65 star 8 not hash ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu eya Uganda.
Looking for instant excitement? The Uganda National Lottery Spin for Cash game is now available online. Wherever you are, you can join the excitement for just 500, 1,000 and 2,000 Uganda shillings. Don't miss out. Register now on www.nationallottery.go.ug for a chance to win your share of 2 billion instantly. What are you waiting for? Play Spin for Cash now, anytime, anywhere. Ituba is the proud operator of the Uganda National Lottery.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
Government of Uganda presents Post Buses in Uganda, operated by Posta Uganda. We specialize in professional transport, courier and vehicle hire services across Uganda. Our routes include Kampala Masaka Mbarara Kabale Chisoro, Kampala Mukono Jinja Mbale via Tirinyi Road Soroti Lira, and Kampala Luwero Kamudini Gulu Kitgum. Our main offices are located at the Post Office Head Office on Kampala Road, with booking services available at counters 23 and 24 at the General Post Office. You can also book at designated district post offices along our routes. For inquiries or bookings, please contact us on 0751 684 184. Posta Uganda. We deliver trust. Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Jinja Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukota Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Welcome back from that break, and this is Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. I am Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. Now, in Namutumba, a health center serves as a lifeline for the community that's handling over 700 births monthly. Now, despite being overwhelmed, the center lacks a mortuary due to restrictive policies. Now, hope, though, arrives through the Rotary Club of Kololo's Women Empowerment Program, bringing vital resources to alleviate pressures and improve lives. We'll have more in this story.
This Healthy Center 3 receives an overwhelming number of women who come to deliver babies. Averagely, it handles at least around 700 women per month. It often caters to needs beyond its designated capacity as a Healthy Center 3.
We send us equipment as a Center 3, irrespective of what is got from here. All equipment sent, all drugs sent are sent on a Center 3, equivalent to any other Center 3. So it cannot be changed that Center 3 Namutumba, because you deliver very many mothers, let you have around 4 beds for delivery. No.
Despite its strategic location along a major highway, this Healthy Center 3 lacks a mortuary, making it unable to temporarily store the deceased bodies. Additionally, the lack of reliable power supply has led to serious security risks.
But we got a scenario whereby one man came and pretended that he was also sick, as if he's mad, and he wanted to rape a lady who was sick in the same ward there. We on a highway whereby even when we get accidents, they bring the dead people where patients are, they put them in the same ward with their patients, which is also bringing hazards in the whole district. So we appeal the government that they look into our support, they give us support and they elevate this health center 3 to health center 4 or to government hospital, because it will actually solve the problem of bringing the dead people into the same ward with the patients.
The absence of essential infrastructure not only compromises healthy standards but also endangers patients and staff, highlighting the urgent need for a mortuary, stable electricity and improved security measures.
At OPD alone, patients who come and go back home will receive 2,000 clients per month. And for those who come for antenatal, the pregnant mothers are over 700 clients.
It's on this call that the Rotary Club Kololo's Women Empowerment Program came to the facility's rescue by providing essential support.
Now, to buy equipments for specifically mothers to Namutamba Health Center 3. And that is how we started it, and which was commissioned today by the district governor-elect Godfrey Chitakuri of Kampala South.
By enhancing healthcare services, the humanitarian program seeks to improve lives and foster a brighter future for the residents of Namutumba and beyond. Bantu Machabe Semambo, UBC News.
Now, the Member of Parliament for Bukedea County, John Bosco Ikojo, has accused fellow politicians of conspiring to rig his vote come 2026. Ikojo has vowed to lead his supporters to Parliament in protest in case they detect any malpractice in the electioneering process. Take a watch.
As the 2026 elections draw closer, Bukedea district is already witnessing signs of potential vote rigging, according to local leaders.
Never. That one is not there. We live in a country that is governed by laws. And Article 1 of the Constitution,
Bukedea County Member of Parliament John Bosco Ikojo criticized a certain group of people who are conniving with his rival to gain an upper hand in the forthcoming elections.
If they abuse our rights, I will lead a demonstration in Bukedea. We can even march up to Kampala because we want to give power to the people. Yes. We want to give power to the people. I will tell you this. We had one of the best leaders in this country, and he came from Atekerena. Say this.
In response, John Michael Odeke, one of the aspirants vying to unseat Ikojo, dismissed the allegations as baseless. Odeke stated that he is not intimidated by the threats and urged the Member of Parliament to focus on his duties as a representative.
Understand what the issues which are affecting the voters of Bukedea. That's how we shall be able to solve those issues. Because once a leader gives a gap to its electorates, the electorates will suffer, they have nowhere to go, there is no one to look up to. But I am here, people of Bukedea, look up to me. I will fulfill, I will be with you, I will share with you, we shall solve our challenges together.
The race for Bukedea's parliamentary seat is heating up, with both candidates preparing for what could be a highly contested election. Valerian Mwahulwa, Joseph Oko, UBC News.
We'll now take a short break and return with the latest in international news. World news now, and we go to neighboring Democratic Republic of the Congo, where the Democratic Republic of Congo's Foreign Affairs Minister Theresa Kaikwamba Wagner recently spoke to the media about settling the violence in Goma, a key trading city in eastern DRC. Kaikwamba Wagner discussed the multiple peace talks between Rwanda and the DRC that failed on several occasions. The agreements were mandated with bringing a ceasefire to eastern DRC, where M23 rebels recently captured Goma town.
I want to be clear. There is a framework for the politically negotiated end of this conflict. It is the Luanda process. If someone walked away from the framework in which, the existing framework, in which a political solution ought to be sought, it was President Kagame, who did not show up on 15th of December when we were supposed, we, the DRC, Rwanda, under the auspices of Angola, were supposed to sign a peace deal. So we want to reiterate the fact that the Luanda process has been mandated by the African Union. Of course, there are efforts under sub-regional organizations, such as I think what you're alluding to being the East African Community. But we must, remember that there is a logic of subsidiarity. We must remember that the main process is the one that has been mandated by the African Union. In this regard, I also recall that in the Security Council, all members of the Security Council urged that all parties return to the Luanda process. The first one, our very own countrymen and countrywomen who are living under occupation of the Rwandan Defense Forces. They tell us that they are surrounded by Rwandans. That is the first one. The second one, think about again the last meeting of the United Nations Security Council, when most members of the Council denounced the presence of Rwandan forces. The declarations of the United Nations Security Council members, of individual countries, as well as of the EU, calling out on Rwanda to withdraw its troops. Thirdly, we have the United Nations Group of Experts report that spoke in December of at least 4,000 troops of the Rwandan Defense Forces present on DRC soil. This crisis is not an isolated crisis. This crisis is the result of 30 years of impunity. Impunity, especially when it comes to President Kagame, who has been on a constant adventure to seek to continue to pillage the east of the DRC and its natural resources. So if we want to work towards sustainable peace in the Great Lakes region, there must be accountability to end this cycle of recurring violence. Second of all, we must all return to the negotiating table. And as I said before, the Luanda process is the forum.
Finally, we look at sports news, and we're going to specifically have our attention on tennis, where the Uganda Tennis Association welcomed back the Ugandan team that took part in this year's East African 16, 14 and under tennis individual and teams championship that climaxed in Kenya last weekend. The team of girls and boys played in 3 events: individuals 14 and under, 16 and under, individuals and doubles for both 16 and 14 and under, coming out with gold, silver and bronze in the 14 and under boys from Sam Okello and Cosmos Munguria, who also won silver in the doubles. Tony Blair claimed bronze for the 16 under boys. Uganda was against 9 other countries, they being Seychelles, Tanzania, Djibouti, Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, Ethiopia and others, with Kenya coming first, Burundi second and Uganda third.
The first 4 days were individual games where there was stiff competition amongst some other tough players in the region. And then the last 4 days of the team events, 14 and under team, led by Samuel Okello, did tremendous work to make sure that they claimed the victory. Individual overall performance, we were third. Last year, we were third as well.
It's so good because I managed to improve a lot. Last time I played the individual and I stopped in the second round, whereby this time I stopped in the semi-final. It was all because of the hard work I did from here. That's why I performed well in the tournament.
Tennis is really developing in Uganda. We used to hear of old names. They have done their parts. Many of them have moved on. We are now grooming young people to take over this sport, and we have big plans for them. We are going to take them back to Nairobi from the 24th to participate in this time Africa-wide tournament.
Allow me to drum my sounds of appreciation to the technical team that handled these champions of ours. We are all aware it's not an easy feat, especially when it comes to a generation of this caliber. Grooming them, imparting skills in them, and controlling them, especially at a tournament of that caliber.
And that, sorry, brings us to the end of this lunchtime bulletin. Thank you so much for having kept us company. I am Rukidi Edward Kijadangoma, wishing you a blessed afternoon.